Hey bro, in September of 2023, I first started talking to my friend about self-improvement, about working hard, about going to the gym, being serious about improving your life. And he was semi-interested, he would sometimes like kind of work out a little bit. He wasn't that consistent. And so he talked to me about it because he got inspired by what I was doing. He got inspired by me. Like, I got into self-improvement literally almost exactly a year ago. Like, literally, like, early April, late May was exactly when I started to really, like, get into it. And so I had been on self-improvement for months at that time, and it felt good to know that my friend was actually interested in something so important. He was interested in what I had to say on the topic. And so what I learned from this is that your friends need to be inspired by you. If you want your friends to get on self-improvement, all the self-improvement YouTubers who parrot the same phrase of like, don't tell your friends about self-improvement, like the popular video YouTube title, like, don't tell your friends about self-improvement. That shit that everyone says. You know what I think? I think you should tell them about self-improvement, but you shouldn't push it on them. You shouldn't make them, in a sense. You shouldn't pressure them to start improving their life, because they need to be inspired. They need to want it. If you're on self-improvement, right, you want the result so badly, don't you? You want the result so badly because you want this life for yourself. You're super fucking inspired to do it. And your friends that don't want to do it, your friends that don't really care about it, they're not inspired. They don't even want the result. You're pushing them, and they don't even want it. You know how hard it is for you who wants it. You know how hard it is to quit all the bad habits, to sacrifice as much as you do. You know how fucking hard it is to sacrifice and put away all the bad habits in your life that you used to have. You have to kill your current self and become someone new. And now imagine that life for someone who doesn't even want it, for someone that isn't even inspired. How the fuck are they gonna do that? How are they gonna sacrifice basically their life right now to become someone new? How are they gonna sacrifice their life right now for a different one that will take many months to create? How are they gonna do that when they don't even want it? So, what I would say to you is, tell them about it. Like, give them in this masculine vibe, give them challenges, give them, some constructive criticism on what they should be doing better. Criticize them, tell them they're pussies, and that they need to. That they need to get better. And if you give them this masculine competition, they might get this might spark them to get inspired, but it might not. So you need to tell them about it and then leave it alone. Tell them about it and leave it alone, and then they'll come back to you once they decide it's ready. Once they decide they're ready, sorry. Because back in August, I think it was around August, yeah, there was one of my other friends, fucking head is itching, bro, sorry. I'm like putting the camera up to you, you're like wondering what the fuck's going on. I'm just scratching my head. But I told my friend about it. Showed him some Hamza videos and everything, and he didn't seem that inspired. We were going to the gym a little bit, but he stopped going as soon as I went away for the summer. He stopped going. He wasn't really inspired. He didn't really want it that much, and he didn't have the drive for it, so he didn't get on it. And just a few days, I stopped talking to him, honestly, because I grew way past him. I've grown way past him. And now just a few days ago, he's came back. He texted me and said, He basically asked me for help because I inspired him. I inspired him to want this life. And so what I would suggest to you is to tell them about it, inspire them for it, give them this masculine competition for it, and then leave it alone because they need to want it. They need to want the result. You can't force it on them. They need to fucking want it. And I repeat this so many times on my channel, but so many people still say, oh no, like, how do I get my friend in self-improvement? Bro, stop trying. Stop trying. You shouldn't need to try. You should just show it to them. Give them that competition. If they don't do it, then fine. Leave it alone. Leave them alone. Leave them. And as soon as they come back, if they even do, which they probably won't, you have to deal with that, the fact that they probably won't. But if they do, that's when you take action. You don't take action when they don't want it. They need to want it. Just like you need to want it as well. If you want more content on how to basically be a teenager, how to become free as a teenager in this day and age, because honestly, we aren't very free nowadays. We're mentally and physically constrained from our goals because of, like, just certain things that really fuck us up. And so that's what I speak about on my channel. So if that sounds cool to you, consider subscribing. You know, it's like school, friends, parents, like, you know, all that, like, all that teenager bullshit, right? All the shit that teenagers experience commonly. So if that sounds cool to you, consider subscribing down below. I have free coaching down in the description. It's basically just a Discord server, but you can DM me for the details, for the coaching details, and I'll help you out there. If you're watching this and you're a teenager around my age, you're kind of thinking about it, you think it's kind of weird to improve yourself, weird to be in this situation where you think it's weird, like, you think it's weird to be all, like, professional and kind of, like, you think it's weird to be, like, quote-unquote on self-improvement. Just know that in 10 or less years even, you're gonna think back and look at yourself and say, damn, maybe I should have fucking listened to this guy. Maybe I should have listened to him. Maybe I should have listened to Max. You'll look back, you'll look at your fat belly, you'll look at your skinny fucking arms, and you'll think, I could have looked jacked by now. I could have been fucking jacked. I could have been attracting so many girls. But instead, I'm living like a loser. And I'll be ahead of you. I will have already won the race. I will be in the position you want to be in, but you're not inspired enough to do it. I'll have the girl. I'll have the body. And I'll have the money. Peace out. I'll see you in the next video. Mwah.